कदाचित काकतालीय वृत्तिया रेतसिग्भिर भक्ष्यन्ते. कदाचित, by chance, sometime, maybe you will be eaten by semen ejectors. The person who is going to eject semen into a woman and give birth to a son or daughter. Kakataliya vrittya. By the law of crow and palm, the crow palm law, the crow palm rule, the crow palm logic, nyay, kakataliya nyay, kakataliya vritti. Just like that, that is, it is to say that by chance things happen. Things happen by chance. For that, this rule is being stated. Crow palm rule. There is, you are thinking of bring one of the palm fruit. You are throwing stones, you are not able to aim it properly, it is not falling down. And by chance, it's or your fortune, your destiny was so that a crow came and sat on the fruit and the fruit fell down. And you got the fruit. So, similarly, it is here. That's why to state by chance, it is told kakataliya vritti, kakataliya nyaya. Kadachit, sometimes so happens that you are eaten by retasrigbir bhakshante, by the people who are going to eject the semen and have issues. To such persons, semen ejectors, they are called as semen ejectors. Retasrigbir bhakshante. Yada tada retasubhangadana karmano vrittilabha. Those who have become identified with that ejectors of semen, the result of his actions have come to the stage of fruition now. He is going to fructify because his those days of Dushyanishprabhadram are coming to an end. He is going to get a birth. Therefore it says karmano vrittilabha syat. The stage of fruition of all his residual actions is coming forward. So only of that particular associate only, not for all, of that particular associated soul. His residual karma actions, for which he was waiting to enjoy in a new body, that moment has come forward. This is that stage of fruition is taking place. How? Katham? Yo yo hi annamatti anushaihi bhi sanslishtam retasigyascha रेत सिंचती ऋतुकाले योषिति तद्भूयैव तद आकृतिरेव भवति. यो यो हि अन्नम मत्ति. Whosoever eat the food, which food? Anushaibi sanslishtam annam matti. That food with which these souls are associated, the descending souls are associated to which food? That food when eaten by yo yo hi anushaibi sanslishtam annam mat. Whosoever, whenever they eat a food with which such descending souls are associated, retasigyascha. Yo yo retasig. You have to take yo yo retasig. Whosoever semen ejector has eaten such food with which souls, descending souls are associated. Yascha reta sinchati. Among them also, all will not be able to have a successful ejection of semen. Even though they want to eject semen properly into his wife and have children, but still many are there like that who are wishing so, but their semen is going a waste. They are not able to. The verse is yascha reta sinchati rutukale yoshiti. That person who is going to eject his semen into a woman at the proper time. The monthly cycle takes place, menstruation cycle. After that, it's that last day is called as the first, number 1 day. The last menses that happens is called the first day. From there they count number 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 13 days. And 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. If the husband and wife get related and they are establishing and conceiving takes place, then they will have a son. And it is on 3, 5, 7 odd ones. Even is children are boys and odd is for girls. This is what is stated in the Brihadaranyaka and the last part of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So, if that is done the proper timing, proper date according to the, because Garbhadana sanskar is the most difficult sanskara. Because you have to see nakshatra of both husband and wife. Depending upon that, is Chandra Bala, Guru Bala, all Bala to see, and where to Garbhadana Muhurtam should come on that night. On those days, particular days, then on the 4th, 6th, 8th, 10th, if you want a boy, or 3rd, 5, 7, 9 and all odd and even days, that Muhurta should be coming. In that Muhurta, if he is doing, then he will have a proper son or daughter. Otherwise, animals are growing like anything anyway, taking birth and growing. So he says Ritukale, at the proper time, Yoshiti in a woman, if he ejects the semen, Tad Bhuya Eva Bhavati. The associate shawl which has entered now into the mother's womb in the form of semen, he becomes what? Tat Bhuya Eva, Tat Akritireva. He will take the form, maximum of the form of the father. Why and how? Bhaskar will explain now. Takes birth in that very form only. Takes birth in that very form. Tad akritireva bhavati. He takes birth in that very form only. Why? In that very form in the sense? To a large extent in the form of father only. This is what Bhaskar is going to now give a judgment of this. Tad bhuya eva means what? He says, Tad avayava akriti bhuyastam. Bhuya iti uchyate. By the word bhuya, it is stated here that to a large extent, tad avayava akriti, the form will be of the father only, reto rupena, because it is in the sense because the avayavas, even that semen also are particles, and those particles are maximum of the ego of the father is there in it. That's when Aitreya Upanishad they have studied, and that what is said. The wife also feels that my husband itself has entered into me in this way, and I am actually holding my own husband in that form. It is a feeling in her. And therefore, it is the duty of the husband to look after him, look after her, do all seva. You can, as I said, you can take seva from wife the rest of the life. But when she is pregnant from the 3rd month to until the birth and after birth up to 1 month at least, it's the duty of the husband to do the seva of the wife. That was told over there. So, that's all, keeping all that in mind is telling here, Tad avayava akriti bhuyastam. Every particle of the semen, in that particle, just like in Chandra place, in Chandra it will come, depending upon the seed, the plant grows. In every particle of that seed, the tendency will be of that particular tree only. The vasana in every particle of the seed is of the tree, not some other. Not kshetra. Similarly, it is here. There is tad avayava akriti bhuyastam bhuyati uchyate. Reto rupeda yoshito. Because in the form of semen, he has entered into Yoshito Garbhashaya, Anta Pravishta. The associate soul has entered into the mother's womb. Therefore, it is called as Anushayi. Anushayi. Now is lying down in the mother's womb. Before, he was having the Abhimana of the paddy, etc. From top to bottom, from the Svaraloka, from the heavens, he came into the form of paddy. In all those forms, he was having the Abhimana of those things. And now he is having the Abhimana. This is called as Anushayi. Always is called as Anushayi. Why this word? There's a lot of difference. In the debate will come later. The person who is coming in this way will have more suffering than the person who will take just birth here and death here again, birth here again, death here. The person who is taking birth and death over here will not suffer much as that fellow suffers.
Why Swami, he did so much punyam to go to
While going it is okay, coming
I know, but to coming also he should have.
it is not due to punya, is not coming here.
But these people also not.
Karma shesha.
The difference is the person who is going from here and coming. Just here example will be given about a person is ascending a tree. Will be always aware and alert that I should not slip. But when he falls, it is accidental. He does not knowingly fall. Falling is accidental, but descending is accidental fall, but ascending is with all intelligence, intentional. Similarly, here you had intended to go to that place. Therefore, it is an intentional movement. And with intelligence, you have done all the karma for that. Therefore, go in a proper way with all sukha, all happiness. But while you are falling down, you don't know. You don't intend to fall down also, you don't intend to come back, but you are thrown back. Get out. Your karma has happened. You are thrown there.
No, but other karmis.
So the fall is accidental, and accident also is unknown. What are going to happen? You are going to have a paddy or wheat or what? No, God only knows. You don't know also. But here the fellow, he has done sins. Okay, known. He has done sins, therefore he is not going to anywhere else. But here is Jaluka. He is going immediately to another body. He is going immediately to, just like a leech, he is going to another body immediately. Therefore, there immediately is going to be, there is no suffering at all. But falling down, there is suffering. But still, the difference is what? This fellow will be knowing that I am going from here to here only. But that fellow will not be, he is unconsciously coming down. Because when a person falls from a high level, by fall only becomes unconscious. That's the difference. The suffering is not known to him, even though there is suffering. But here, the suffering is known, even though it is little. That's the difference. The prajna is here, and there while falling, the prajna is not there.
So the argument should be that it is better to be an ajnani than a karma anushtana.
That argument will come here, don't worry, it will be answered. Being a jnani cannot get moksha at all. And what is intended by all these things to say that a lot of suffering is there, and unconsciously will be suffering all these things and coming around some long road if for renunciation. The main theme behind is this. Therefore, there is no problem at all. Your argument fails over there. But dispassion towards the world and heavens, this has been stated. Or is again and again you will be willing to go to heavens. Come back from there, again go back to heaven, again come back from heaven, again go back to heaven. What is the use of that? For dispassion and renunciation purpose, before in the starting only Bhashkara said, Vairagya hedoho. It's all to create dispassion in you. So, Pravishto Anushayi. Therefore, it's called the Anushayi. He's sleeping there because it's coming unconsciously. The whole route is when falling takes place. Because of fear, he becomes unconscious. Similarly, here also it is. Sarvebhya, Retaso Retasig Akrit Bhavitvad. Since the seed is potentially possessed of the form of the semen holder, that means the father. Retasa, the semen, has the akriti form of retasig, the semen holder, who is going to eject the semen. That means to say, the seed potentially is possessed of the form of the holder, that is of the father. Birth is of the child here, therefore we will take father. Similarly, if it is a tree means of the father, the tree will be there. In every particle of the seed, the form of that particle holder, the tree will be there. Similarly, it is a Sarvebhyo Angebhyas Tejo Sambhutam Vishwatyantara. And Aitri Upanishad, this is the supportive text for this. Sarvebhyo Angebhya, because semen is not in one in a small sack or something kept somewhere inside. Because many things are there like that, small bags like inside. From there the excretion takes place. Liver, Many things, bile juice is coming from there, some juice are coming from other places. Small, small glands are there, bag-like. But where is virya? Where is the semen? In the whole body. Just like the ghee, ghritam, in the whole of the milk. Where is then the butter? You find in the whole of the butter. Similar it is here. In the whole of the body. Sarvebhyo angebhya tejas, that which is semen, is extracted from all the limbs of the body. As how they were in the whole body? In the form of vigor. Tejas sambodham. They were the form of vigor, and that vigor comes down in the form of semen goes out. They were the more the semen is ejected, the man becomes weak and vigorless. Then you have to take vitalizers. Just for vigor and vitality. Ato retasig akrit reva bhavati. Therefore, he verily assumes the form of the Father itself. This was the meaning of tad bhuya eva bhavati. Tatahi. To make it more clear, Bhashakara explains. Purushat purusho jayate. Purushat purusho jayate. Natu markata. A man takes birth, not a monkey. Gaur gavakrit reva, from a cow. Cow only takes birth, not a dog. Na jatyantra kriti, not a form of some other species. Tasmat yuktam tad bhuye bhavati. Therefore, it is logical that the statement has been told in the mantra here that the form will be the form of the Father to a large extent. Very less the form of mother comes into the child. But in other places he said, in this whole body certain things are produced due to the mother, certain things due to father. Like bones and all, he says of father. Marrow and certain flesh and all, mother. The Sapta Dhatu has been divided, 4 from father, 3 from mother. But the still not of those things, not of the ingredients or the composition of the body. But we are speaking of the form, external form. The maximum will be large extremities of father only. Yetu. Now, after finishing the general meaning of the mantra, he goes into special debate now. To start the debate, he has to say something first. Yetu anye anushaibhya Chandramandalam anaruhiya iheva papakarvir ghore vrihiyavadi bhavam pratipudhyante na punarmanushyaadi bhavam tesham nanushayinamiva durnishprapatataram. You see? That discussion started now. But, two means but, ye anye, those other people who other than whom? Anushaibhya, different from these people who are coming down associated from the heavens. Apart from these, other than these people who have not reached Chandramandam Anaruya without having ascended to the lunar sphere, lunar world. Ihaiva. Ihaiva means here only. They are dying and taking birth again. Papa karma bir ghorei. Papa karma vir ghorehi, who are different from the associated souls. Here, one word I will be using again and again for Anushayi. Associated souls. Anushayi means associated soul. That means those who are coming from the heavens, from Chandra sphere. They will be called as Anushayi, or the other word in English for them is associated souls. This will be repeated by me again and again in this whole debate. So, Papa Karavir Goreir Vrihiyavadi Bhavam Pratipadyante have taken birth here only owing to the excessive Goreir Karavi, excessive sinful actions. Gorehi Papa Karamavi Vrihiyavad. Still they are also getting which form? The form of paddy, etc. only. And they will also be eaten, then only they will come to a birth. Even for rebirth in this earth also, they have to become wheat. But then what is the difference of these associated souls becoming wheat and the non-associated souls becoming weak? That's what Bhashikara wants to explain here. स नानुषा तेषां न पुनर्मनुष्यादि भाव प्रतिपद्यन्ते. They have attained here Vriyadi bhav only. Directly they have not become again human beings. Na, here na you should add. Na punar manusyadi bhavam. Na is not there. Na punar manusyadi bhavam. After the death of the human body, immediately they are not entering a human body. They will also attain the form of wheat, etc., paddy, etc. only. Then na punar manusyadi bhavam. Tesham nanushayinam iva dushanisham. But they are coming out from that state to the human body state, to embodiment, is not so difficult as with those associated souls. They came such a long group, but for these people it's not so. Kasmat, why it is so? Why it's not so difficult? It should be more difficult for these sinful people. They have a lot of virtues and they are gone there. From there they are falling down, and their falling down is more difficult than these people going from one body to another body. Why is it so? It says karmana hittay vrihiyavadi dehupata. Due to their evil actions, karmana here you say papa karma, because due to papa karma before I was told papa bhi papa karma bhi gorei. Their karmana means here papa karmana. Due to their evil actions, they have attained or earned the vrihiyavadi deha, the form of wheat, paddy, etc. Iti. That bhoga nimitta kshay. When the cause of enjoyment as wheat, etc. is going to get exhausted, vriya stambha deha vinash, body in the form of a sheep of paddy, etc. is going to get exhausted in the sense what here? Will get destroyed. And then according to their own merits, yatha karma rajitam, according to the merits of their own residual actions, dehantram navam, and they will get new bodies, just like jelukavat, just like a leech, sankramante, they move from one body to another body. Again and again, being a man, he dies, becomes wheat, again he becomes a man, again he becomes wheat, again man, like that. Again and again he is going to the form of grains. Not only wheat, in the sense, don't take strictly wheat only he will become. He can become anything. So that he will be able to become semen and then come back to have a rebirth. A short route is there, for this fellow now. Because of evils, he is going through a short route. But those people who are the assured souls are falling down with a long route. They have gone a long route to come back. Also it will take a long time. They have gone through a long route. They have to come to also through a long route now. If you have gone 300 kilometers, to return back you have to come back 300 kilometers. But a person has gone only 10 kilometers, he will come back only 10 kilometers. He not go around 500 kilometers and come back to the same place. Similarly, same logic here also. This fellow having done punya, the virtues, went to heavens. Such a long route he has gone, he has to fall down such a long route. But a person who is doing evils, he has not gone anywhere at all. He is sitting in the same place. For him, only he has to go into form of wheat. Immediately he will go over there. Savijnana, but the difference is what you see. Savijnana eva. And indeed with consciousness he moves. The non-essential move with consciousness. Here consciousness also means the vasanas. He will be knowing the vasanas. Knowingly he is going. He will be aware of all the tendencies. But the person is falling, he is unconscious. He is not aware. That's the difference. Savijnana eva. How we are saying this? Depend on the Brihadaranyaka 4:4:2. Savijnana bhavati, savijnanam eva anuvavakramati iti shrutyantara. The soul is endowed. Savijnanam eva avakramati. He is endowed with consciousness and goes to the body which is related to it. Here consciousness, savijnanam, along with consciousness, means what? Consciousness here is the word used in the sense, in the form of tendencies. Of those particular tendencies which have become now which have become or empowered to act or give birth. This is a prarabdha karma. This is what is a prarabdham. They have what you call say begun to give fruits of actions. Actual word is unmukha. They are wishing to give the fruits. They have not begun to give, they are wishing to give the fruits. They are ready to give the fruits of your own residual actions. Those tendencies or the tendencies have become awakened for the next body. That is the meaning of the word here, savijnana, along with consciousness. Yadyapi upasarita karanaha sando dehandram gacchanti. Although they are going to another body with all the organs withdrawn, tathapi still स्वप्रदेहांतर प्राप्ति निर्मित कर्मोद्भावित वासना ज्ञानेन सर्वज्ञानेव देहांतरं गच्छन्ति. Just like in the dream, what happens? If you are seeing a chain of dreams, with the chain of dreams you are seeing, for example, you have seen one dream, that dream ends, you go into another dream. Is it not? In the first dream you had some body, and the next dream you have become something else. Here you might be poor, there you are rich. The body is different. How this happens? You are attaining from one body to another body, from one dream to another dream when you go. And all the tendencies related to that body gets awakened. Every swapna, every dream body has got its own tendencies as reason. And when that gets exhausted, we get to another swapna, another dream. There are also certain tendencies are there which we have to enjoy, and that gets exhausted, we go to the third dream. Similar it is here. We are getting one body to another body. All tendencies are the reason. Swapna dehantar prapti, nimitta karya, nimitta karma, udbhavita vasana jnanena. It's just because like the dream in the form of tendencies which are made potent due to your own merit of the residual actions to attain a new body, as it's happening in a dream. Here dream is an example. From one dream to another dream you are going, and you are seeing the dreams due to what? All the organs are withdrawn in a dream. When you are in a dream state, these external body's organs are withdrawn. But still you are attaining from one body to another body. And what is the cause there? Tendencies, vasana. Similarities here also. That yadyapi upasangrita karana santo dehantaram gacchanti. Tathapi, just like swapravat, just like a dream, dehantar prapti nimitta karmodbhavita vasana jnanena. Because what has happened? The vasanas related to certain actions which you will have to enjoy in the next body have been come into existence now. They were existing in a subtle form and now they have come into the gross form, you can say. Prapti nimitta karma, the cause have been made potent by the karma, means the merit of the residual actions. What for? To attain a new body. Dehantar prapti. Nimitta means the cause, is karma, the actions, the residual actions. By those residual actions, what has been? Udbhavita vasana. The awakened tendencies are dragging you. Vasana jnanena. Along with that knowledge of those who are tendencies, they go with consciousness. Savijnana eva dehantaram gacchanti. They enter into a new body. On what basis you are saying all this? Shruti Pramanyat. This is established on the authority of the Upanishad texts. Tatha, similarly, Archiradina Dhumadina cha gamanam. Archiradina Dhumadina cha gamanam. Swapna iva udbhuta vijnanena. Similarly, it is Archiradina. A person is going through who is doing his journey through the path of flame, etc., or through the path of smoke, etc. Swapna eva, he also, just like in a dream as it happens, udbhuta vijnanena, the tendency, awakened tendencies, labdha vritti karma nimittatvat gamanasya, because the journey depends upon those tendencies which are awakened and are made active by the merits of his own residual actions, by his own deeds. Labdha vritti means who have been already now awakened. The tendencies are awakened. Labdha vritti. And who has awakened? Karma. That is the nimitta, means cause for gamanasya, for journey. It is just like you understand by one small example first. You know, foreigners especially come many, you also go some anywhere, any place. You will have a map, or you will attain some knowledge regarding that place, the whole route. And if you are a sadhu, you will find out in where all you get diksha, where are the ashramas, where you can get easily to live in. Or if the other person will find out where are the hotels or rest houses, guest houses, such things. You will note everything. And I have seen especially foreigners when they come, they give guide to India, book printed. They'll take that guide and follow. In Rishikesh, so many hotels are there, which is cheap, and what rate and everything will be there. Room rate, everything will be. All details. Where you can learn yoga centers where are, Vedanta centers, everything will be printed. They bring that guide. With having the knowledge through that guide, they move. The journey is depending upon on the guide. That means the guide awakens the knowledge within you and helps you for the journey. Similarly, before doing karma here, when you are doing Agnihotra and all, you have studied all this path and you know the path. And that knowledge of path has transformed into the form of tendencies, vasanas. And at the time of death, those vasanas come up. They are awakened. And as soon as, because of your karma, due to the merit of the actions only, of your own deeds, those tendencies related to the path for your journey become awakened. That is why you are going to the right path only. So depending upon our own deeds, whether I am going directly from here to another Vita other forms, or going to heaven and coming back, or going to the world of mains and coming back, all things depends upon the tendencies created by our own deeds. This is what he wants to say. Na tatha anushayina. But this is all for whom? The general people. They are going along with the tendencies. The tendencies are awakened. They have got the knowledge. They are consciously moving. They are not just like unconsciously moving. But the Bhashaka says, na tatha anushinam. These associated souls does not move like that. Vrihiyadya bhavena jatanam savijnanam eva ritsi yoshit deha sambandha upapadyate na upapadyate. Tatha anushinam vrihiyadi bhavena jatanam. Those who have already taken have had the form of vrihi, paddy, etc. Those associated souls also who are getting connected with their, according to their own actions, in the form of paddy, etc., they do not move from one body to another body here. Savijnana naeva rita sig yoshit de samanda naupapadyate. Conscious movement, conscious of the tendencies. Along with the consciousness of the tendencies, their movement does not happen when they are moving from the paddy, etc., until birth. Reta sik yoshik de sambandha, then when they are getting related to the mother and father body. Reta de sambandha, reta sik yoshik de sambandha. Reta sik is the man, father, or yoshik is the mother, de sambandha. And when that means when we are eating rotis, at that time if the person is conscious, the assured soul who is on the roti now, if he becomes conscious, he start to cry, oh, he's been eating me. He will suffer like anything. Therefore, he will be unconsciously moving. The assured souls will be unconsciously moving, and the unassured souls are moving consciously. And because the short route, They will forget everything immediately. The long route means very difficult to forget also. Nahi vrihiyadi lavana kandana peshanado samjnanam siddharasti. Because it is impossible to say that these associated souls are always conscious of the tendencies, etc., and they are existing in that state when they are being pounded, when they are being harvested. For lavanam, lavanam is when they are getting harvested. You cut the paddy, harvesting, lavanam. Kandanam, you put the thresher and you are threshing it. When they are threshed, and peshanam, pounded and grounded into atta, into flour. In all these stages, savijnananam sitir nahi asti. You cannot expect, you cannot say that these people are moving, associate souls cannot continue with consciousness. Then Purupakshi says, why you are saying so? Your argument comes now here. No, Chandramandaladapi avarohatam देहांतरगमन तुल्यत्वात् जलुकावत सविज्ञानत एव युक्ता. Coming down, descending, Chandramandalad avarohatamapi. A person, an associate soul, which is coming down from the lunar sphere or lunar world, and dehantargamanasya, and movement towards attaining the different new body is tulyatva, similar. A person has died here due to his evil deeds. He is also going in the form of wheat, etc., and getting a new body. And a person is going to heaven or the world of men. He is also coming down, getting attaining a new body. Both are having the same. They are attaining the new body only anyway. Tulyatvat, jalukavat, and that also, even there also he said the tendencies will be there, but he will not be conscious of those tendencies. But here he is conscious of tendencies. This is the difference you are telling. How is this possible? Because Drishtantam, the example is leech, jalukavat. Jaluka. No jaluka. It sucks the blood, it becomes big. It's called a leech in English. Nahi vrihiya, because that's why you saw, just like a leech, jalukavat, savjnanata eva yukta. That fellow also, the associate souls also move and attain a new body, just like the unassociated souls. They should also be moving along with consciousness only. It should be reasonable. Is it not reasonable? He's asking. Is it not reasonable to say that? And if it is reasonable and you are accepting, then tathasati, ghoro narakanubhava. Those associate souls will have a horrible suffering. Ghoro narakanubhava. Experience of suffering is very terrible. Tathasati, if that be so, then the anubhava, the experience of suffering will be terrible. Just more than a hell. Ishtapurtadikarinam Chandramandalad Arabhya Prapta. Where to those people who have performed the Ishtapurta Datta, only the ritualists who have performed the different Vedic rituals, have done public affair and charity. For them especially, beginning from the lunar world, they are falling down, and the long route that I was told before, Dushan, Dur Nishprapatataram, coming through such a route, they will be having such a big suffering if they are knowing every stage how they are coming down, and they will be suffering like anything every stage. And you don't know, you are told in every stage they don't know how long they will be staying also. They don't know even that. So until you are told that until the actions related to that particular stage does not get exhausted, they will not get into the next stage. So many years it may take to come back and have a human body. Such a long tour, and how much suffering he has to suffer. So, Arabhya Prapto Yavat Brahmanadi Janma, until he takes birth as a Brahmana, etc. Tathacha Sati Anartha eva Ishtapurta Depasana Vitam Syat. You see your argument? Then, in that case, the inculcation of performing all his rites will be what? Evil only. You are attaining only evil, useless, or it means you are attaining evil. Because evil is the cause of suffering. And your suffering means it is the cause of evil. Then who wants to do evil? Therefore, in one way, such inculcations, such injunctions are totally useless. Shrudescha apramanyam praptam. And the whole Vedas will become totally invalid. Vaidikanam karmanam anarthanubanditvat. Because all since the rites will be productive of evil only. Anartha, an evil, anubanditvat, productive of evil only. Therefore, nobody will do these rites at all. That will be the condition. If you accept that those people also come consciously, knowingly, their tendencies and all this suffering. For what? Nobody will do any karma then. The whole Veda will become invalid. Iti chet, no.